They're my dance floors. They really are, because they're alive all the time. It's like you have to feel the moment. You mix your stock in, do more that's working, do less that's not working. So it is literally my dance floor, but I get to go home and go to bed at 9 o'clock.
I love that. Welcome to Kitchen Tales. This is my friend Rhona and I's podcast where we introduce local businesses to you guys. We are based in Newbury, Berkshire, and we speak to loads of local businesses that are in the food industry and some that are running their businesses here locally. How are you doing, Rhona?
I'm a bit sniffly this morning, so I'm sorry.
That's okay.
This podcast might be a bit nasally.
I mean, it's winter season. I'm
is.
pretty sure every single household around has had colds or it's coming, hopefully not. So yeah, we just have to get on with it, don't we?
Got to get on with it.
Yes.
Yeah, busy time.
Yes, what have you been up to?
I've done a breakfast masterclass recently with Edwina, who was one of our guests at the very first podcast. Was she the first or the second podcast?
Yeah, she was
I think.
one of our first guests.
So we did a collaboration. And it was great. It was really good. It was all healthy breakfast. So I was doing all the recipes and all the cooking. And then Edwina talked about all the nutrition side of it as well.
Incredible.
And we had 8 guests, and they loved it. It was a really good morning.
That's amazing.
And we put a reel out recently as well about it. And we've had so much interest about, please, can you do another one?
You have to do those now.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's such a great collaboration. And also, like, when Edwina was here, we did chat a lot about breakfast, my lack of not eating breakfast, and how, especially when we are like, in these middle ages that we are, why it's quite important to be able to eat quite nutritionally. That's really good.
I learned a lot from her as well. I mean, it's so interesting. I have breakfast anyway, but I'm going to be eating more of what she's actually recommended. It was a really good, fun, interesting morning. You have to come along next time.
Yes, I definitely do. And it's like, it's all keeping up to the collaboration of a competition.
Yes.
Working together. I love that. Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. So, everything's okay. I am still sorting out my menus, Christmas. And I just realized it's actually changed quite a lot what people want. So before, I think I would have people saying, okay, we're having a party, can you do like the full party? But I found like this season, a lot of people just want a small element of it. Yeah. Either they want some dessert only, or they just want us to do starters. And I think it's just a sign of the times. Like financially, because it is quite expensive.
Absolutely.
So people do think about how they can be able to spread out their costs. And when we're competing with the likes of M&S and Waitrose, it's quite hard.
I know.
For so many people. It's the hardest thing, I think, being a caterer. When, people are thinking, actually, I could just get all the M&S bits and put them together. But you have to understand, we're different.
Did you see the Charlie Bingham are bringing out deluxe? That is something new for them as well.
Right. What is
and it's something like, a beef Wellington and like a three course as well.
No,
and I thought you just can't compete with that.
You can't compete with it.
Clients are going to go there rather than us, really, because we'll be more expensive.
Yeah.
So but totally, we've just got to go with the flow.
100%.
We've got to go with
and
the
also
flow.
just realizing that what we do is different. We are home cooks. We are cooking everything from scratch. Not taking any shortcuts. And hopefully we have enough clients that can actually value what we do as well. But it's just the times, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So Rhona, we've always been talking about how we've been struggling on what to wear. When it comes to this podcast, oftentimes I look at the videos. I don't watch the videos, but I look at the videos and I'm like, Colin, what were you wearing? What are you doing? And I never feel like that. But today we've got an amazing guest who's will know so many things about fashion. Today we're joined by Caroline Dallas, who runs Luna. How are you?
Hello.
Thank you.
Nice to see you
guys. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming in.
Yes.
You look amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You always look great. So it's really nice to have you here.
Well, I'm complimenting the sofa. So I'm feeling bright and breezy on this October day.
Yes, please bring us the sunshine outside.
I'll do my best.
And obviously you can buy what you're wearing in your shop?
Absolutely, yes. So, I get first pick, which is always really fun. Although I don't actually take so much stock from the shop, because it's my business.
Yes.
So it's how it is, I find I'm still struggling with my wardrobe, just like everybody else. I've got nothing to wear. My husband's like, how can you see that? Like, because it's no different.
Yeah.
It's just no different.
So different. So we're going to bring it back. So tell us about yourself. How did you actually get to start Luna? Tell us a little bit more about your journey and how you got to start your clothing business.
Yeah, well, it was an accident, like a lot of the best things in life are. I didn't know that this is what I wanted to do. Although I've always loved fashion, always loved clothes, and I've always loved people. But I started my career as a DJ.
Oh, wow.
So I'm actually a DJ as well, a rave DJ. So I got into music when I lived in Cape Town in my early 20s. And so I played at festivals and then I came back to the UK. I couldn't get a visa to live in South Africa, although I wanted to. I loved it out. I love it out. That's my spiritual home. So I came back to England and ended up finding myself in the underground scene in London playing raves.
That's amazing. I didn't actually know this about you.
What you find out about people on this podcast is great.
So I'm actually playing at a party in Bedwin. There's a gig, Let's Do to the Moon, on the 15th of November. So I play from midnight till 1 o'clock. So I still play every now and again. But so basically I was part of the underground scene in London and met my husband actually there, and we sort of just decided that actually we wanted to move on with our lives, and it was quite difficult when you're part of a culture and a scene like that not to keep staying in it. So we decided to leave London completely and just have a change. So we found ourselves in Marlborough. We stopped there for lunch on the way to I grew up in Herefordshire, so we were on the way to my parents or my dad one day, stopped in Marlborough, and we just saw this stone cottage advertised in a window just up near my first shop actually. And we were just like, let's go there. So we just dropped everything and moved.
No way.
Yeah. So we had to start again really, because we both, I left my job in, it wasn't really job in
job.
It is a job, but it wasn't on a payroll. It was a different kind of job. So I was still self-employed, but anyway, I left that behind, and so my husband left his job as well, and we started again in Marlborough, and we were scratching around for money really. It was just like we literally had nothing. So I was looking for my thing. I was trying to find a new avenue of what I was, but I've always been really creative, and I've always loved people and music and clothes and vibe. But I didn't know what it was that I wanted to do, and I did an accountancy course, and I ended up working doing accounts, which didn't really work out. But then I got moved to business development for a water testing company, and that's a whole nother story. But I ended up getting myself fired because I wouldn't do what I was told. Which is just because it's a humanitarian business, and they wanted me to be salesy, and I was like, I can't be salesy. It's not telesales. These are doctors, professors. So I ended up out of my ear. But during that time, there was a really great shop in Marlborough called Halo. Really fun vibe, lovely people. When we first moved out of London, that's where I met people, and it was just wonderful. And then it just closed, and I'd got to know the owners by then. So when I ended up without my job, I said to one of them over a coffee, I was like, should we reopen? I've got a credit card. Let's do, and I'm looking for something, so I opened with this girl, and my first shop in Kingsbury Street, and actually I opened a shop. This is crazy what I'm like, and I opened a shop for her in Hungerford. It's all on credit, because in those days you could get hold of loads of credit. So I opened a shop for her in Hungerford, for me in Marlborough, and then the day that we opened the Hungerford shop, she quit.
Oh no,
she didn't want to do it again.
No way.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
So I had 2 shops.
On your own?
No experience.
You had the debt?
All the debt.
Oh.
All two proper leases. No, I didn't know that many people. And I fell pregnant with my son, let's say. So it was sink or swim. So it was sink or swim. And obviously, swam really hard. And we used to go, my husband worked with me as well. And we used to go buying on a Sunday, take Milo. I'd feed him in the car and give him to my husband, go in and choose the stock, bring him, then swap. He'd bring the stock out. We'd come back, price it all up on a Sunday night, put it in the shop. And we just kind of found people to fill in the other shop. And then we just built it. But I found my thing.
Yes.
Because they're my dance floors.
I love that.
Yes.
They really are, because they're alive all the time. It's like you have to feel the moment. You sort of, you mix your stock in, sense, like do more that's working, do less that's not working. And it's constantly changing. So it is literally my dance floor, but I get to go home and go to bed at 9 o'clock.
I love that.
So that's that in a nutshell.
What a start. With a newborn baby
I know.
as well. Goodness.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like people always say that if you want things done, you need to give it to the busiest person, or the person that has a lot on their plate.
Yeah.
And
We really did at that point. I mean, it has calmed down now. It's harder slightly because of the social media pressures that we were talking about. But at one point, because I grew to 4 shops.
Wow. So you had 4 shops at one point.
Yeah.
So how did you actually come to, because obviously I know you from having a shop in Newbury, which is a shop that I've shopped many, many times.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's still running to this day. How did you actually get to come to Newbury?
Well, we lived in Marlborough, then we moved to Hungerford, and then from Hungerford we'd moved to Kintbury. So we're sort of just finding our feet, and from Kintbury then we moved to Newbury. So it's a personal journey. We live here now, but because of learning on the job and making so many mistakes. But overbuying the wrong stock, trying to please people saying, you should do this, why don't you stock this, that and the other, me not quite knowing myself or whether I really knew what I was doing. I would then try and please another section of society and buy in stock to suit them, and then that wouldn't sell because it wasn't right. And then we ended up with loads and loads of excess stock. So we actually took a unit in the Kennett Centre. And this is sort of was a pattern that we kept doing. We'd take pop-ups to clear stock, and then we'd build a customer base.
Yeah.
And then we'd stay in that location. And we were like, we should really just have kept the pop-up. That's how we ended up with the 4 leases. So that's what happened in Newbury. So we took the Kennett Centre as a pop-up, which was great, got really busy. And then we got asked by Parkway to move there. And actually it was a lovely little unit that we could afford, tucked around the back where Costa was. It's now Mary Hare. So we decided, once you've done all the work of building customers and you've actually got a customer base that want you, I know. But like I said, in those days you could get credit really easily. So. And my husband and I are both Aries.
Yeah. So you.
So we just do it. As well.
Let's not think about it too much.
Don't think about it at all.
Yes.
That sounds familiar. I'm Aries as well. Let's just go for it.
Yeah. But that's when some of the best things happen, because sometimes it's like, and just what you said, like, sometimes you fail, you learn from it, and then you move on. And I think sometimes some people have some great ideas, but some of their characters won't let them do it. And then later on down the line, in 20, 30 years time, you're like, oh, I should have done that. But at least now you're like, no regrets. We've done it. That was shit.
Well, this is, the thing is, at the end of the day, I don't have a pension. I don't have to do all of that kind of jazz. Because I'm not there yet. But I love my life every day. It's like, I really do think it's living for the moment.
And you're doing something you love doing as well.
And that's why it's still going, because I love it. I didn't grow up thinking I was going to work in fashion. Just like I said, I love clothes, but it's so much more than that. And it's so interesting having your own business, because even though you never know what's going to happen and day to day, who's going to come in and what sales you're going to make, it's just so creative. And there's so much more to it than, so here we are. But it was COVID that killed the shops.
Okay. Yeah. That's with so many.
And that's why I'm in Newbury in one big location. So somehow I managed to, and this is also part of the mixing out. I managed to mix out the leases and the shops without going bankrupt, because you still have to run the business until the day that you stop paying the rent, and you've got staff responsibilities, and so there's a lot. But actually now, one place, people know where I am. It was such a wonderful time those days with all of the shops, because all of them are like my children. They all had their own personalities, but now life is calmer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think you've got from what I see anyway, you've got a good customer base and people that know you. And, you know, like I remember when I discovered you, I was like, how did I not know that you guys are there? You know, so just to ask you a few questions, how do you actually, where do you get your stock from? Actually,
Mostly from Italy.
From Italy, okay.
Yeah.
So do you actually go up to Italy?
Yes, I do, yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
So that's really fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible, the manufacturers over there. I mean, it's like the cities or big towns that you go to go and buy, they're like whole towns full of warehouses.
Wow.
You know, but you see see this being made.
Yeah.
You know, there's people are getting their wages treated really well.
That's incredible.
You know, I know that our clothes come from quality.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I think that's what and I think that's what amazes me about your shop is before I knew about you guys, it was a shop I used to pass through, but always thought it was too expensive for me. So I never actually used to come in. And when I was speaking to other people, I think the first time that I bought from you, buying a lot of stuff was when I was going to Zimbabwe on holiday earlier this year in February. Because I was like, I need some holiday clothes. And you said to me, just come and have a look. To this day, I'm so surprised how I was able to buy a whole wardrobe and it being affordable.
Yeah.
Sometimes some of the things, because they were on sale, they were actually cheaper than buying from some of the fast fashion places that maybe I would have thought, oh, let me go to H&M, let me go to Primark. They are good for what they are good for. But for the quality of clothes that I managed to buy, to this day, it makes me think, how are you making money?
Yeah.
Because it's like, I think your clothes are quite affordable for the quality that they are.
I don't make a lot.
That was good.
But I don't. But I don't need a lot because I want to be fair. I want to be a shop that I want to shop in, and I couldn't, and I don't. So it's just pegging it with hopefully getting enough sales that makes it okay. One day I'll really take off online.
Yes.
I really, I was really on the back foot because when COVID happened, a lot of my customers all went and shopped online with other people who all popped up because they were all sitting at home on furlough and they all opened. And I lost a lot of customers to online at that point. But I had the 4 shops, both my kids at home, and it was just impossible. Yeah. So I was sort of a bit on the back foot with getting online. So luckily a lot of my customers still walk in, but that has been hard. But we are rebuilding and we are growing online now.
That's
so
incredible. Yeah.
It's going.
But it is, it's just, but people, because we do really nice windows and because it's all quality, people do think it's more expensive than it is.
Yeah.
But that's just got to be word of mouth.
Absolutely. And that's what it is. Because a lot of my friends now, they've said, oh, we finally managed to go to Luna. Why didn't we know about this?
Yeah.
Because I think one of the most amazing things is like a lot of your clothes suit different body shapes.
Yes.
Because that's what I found. Like,
very varied.
Like, when you get to my age, like, our bodies change quite a lot, most of us. And, a lot of your clothes, they suit whatever body I am at that time.
Yeah.
So I've got some of my aunties that when I went to Zimbabwe, I didn't come back with any of the clothes because all my aunties loved the clothes so much. And I was a little bit upset when I came back. I said, why did I give it to them? But literally one of my aunties, every single week, she's wearing this.
Good.
And they still look like new.
Yeah.
And that's like,
great.
7 months later,
yeah,
they still look like new. They look amazing. She's able to wear them throughout. Whereas for me now, they would be in a suitcase somewhere because it's not hot enough.
Yeah.
But it's like we are completely different body shapes. It looks fantastic on her. It looks fantastic. And it was the same size.
Yeah.
Some of them are like one size.
Yeah.
So I absolutely love that. So when you started, did you have that in mind?
No.
How you were going to...
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I just knew that I wanted to create a space. It was more about, so I'm not a browser. I love shopping, but I hate browsing.
Yeah.
I need an immediate hit.
Yeah.
Demand. You know what I mean? I just don't want to browse. So I wanted a place that had everything in one place. Yeah. So people who don't like shopping particularly or browsing around could just come, have an experience, have a laugh, because there aren't so many places that are community based where people can go to just have a chat, listen to some music, just have a nice experience. You know what I mean? But most places are fairly soulless. There's not a lot. So my primary goal was to really create a a space. And the shopping kind of comes second, which is why we're not really very salesy, at all salesy. It's really about making people feel good. And
you do that well, by the way.
so, thank you. But that's really what I like to do.
Yeah.
So that's what I do on my dance floor, and that's what I do in my shop. And the clothes are really a byproduct of that. But I just found that the one size pieces meant that I could stock a bigger variety of colours rather than sizes.
Yeah.
Which I think was more fun
Yeah.
because I love colour. And I found, that sort of helped to give us our personality, and other people like colour. You can't get colour. So rather than stocking up on a million sizes of one colour, I could stock up on a million colours of one size.
Yeah. I think it's quite good actually going in and trying on one size. It always makes you feel better.
Exactly.
That you haven't gone up a size.
Exactly.
I don't think,
it's very restrictive.
Nothing more
Exactly.
depressing if you go into a shop and you think you're a size whatever, and they're smaller than you think, and you go in and try it, and you've got to go up a size.
Yeah.
So
and you always get left with the 8s and the whatevers, and
yes,
and then it's just, not that I don't get left with stock, it's part of it, which is why the good sales come on. I do really good sales; they're really well known. Because obviously then people get a chance to get, but I also do get some people who come in and will buy like 4 or 5 really high, but like higher price items, and that covers then the looking after the other, because so it's like anything, isn't it? You get in catering, you're going to have leftovers.
yes,
We all kind of bring them,
Get them over
to the shop. Don't worry about that. We should do an exchange on our leftovers.
That's a great
that's a good idea. I'm up for that
business.
Yeah.
And it's actually what I also like is how you've managed to use your shop as like that community hub, and I think you've collaborated with many different people to do some things.
Yes,
because I know you collaborated with Veronica that we had last week, where she came and did like some sound healing. And tell us a little bit more about that, because it's just so amazing that you wouldn't think that a clothes shop would have things like that.
Well, the thing is, because it's such a great big space, so we've done colour analysis, pop-ups, and also and parties as well, which have been really popular. We also do lock-ins, which go really well. So people can book the space to come with 5 or 6 friends and take the shop for the evening. I give discounts, bubbles. We've done birthday parties. The other day we had a 40th birthday, so I'll get some balloons in and some bubbles, and people come so that they can come shopping with their friends, which is always a laugh after hours, because it can be quite difficult to actually get around to getting in. So they get something discounted, and also a new wardrobe, have a laugh with their friends. Changing rooms are free, and then they often go out for dinner or something afterwards, so it's just something a little bit different, so it's good for everyone. And the we've had the WI come.
Have you done a fashion show?
Not in the shop.
Could you?
Join it somewhere.
We could. Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
But your fashion shows are huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but we could probably tone them down a bit. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm too busy. So because social media's taken over my life.
Yeah.
I don't have time for fashion shows.
Yeah, we talk about it a lot, how social media
Yeah, it
is another
is.
job.
It's like,
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
it's
You
like,
need
right, you've got to
somebody
be
else to do it
funny
for you.
now. I'm like, oh God, what? And it's like, but the lives, actually, I'm doing lives now, so that's kind of taken over a bit. But it's really difficult to get on top of everything, isn't it? But I will do another show. I think I'm going to do one at the Fox in Cheveley in April.
Okay.
Which is coming up. We were going to do November, but we had to move it. So that's it's always a bit of a relief. Yeah. When you have something booked in and you're really glad, and then it doesn't, and you're like, suddenly got.
Because there's so much pressure to get everything done.
Well, it is, and it's just like the sale. He's going to come. It's like, because I also think that the real shame about COVID is that it has stopped people from turning up to events and doing so much. Which, because I love putting on things, but it sort of takes away that a bit, because people don't commit.
They're staying home a bit more.
It'd be nice if we could get that back.
Yeah.
I
think it's like people like yourself keep on doing these things, and now having a platform where people can find out about it. Because I think what I've learnt now is someone can come to your shop unless you actually say to them, listen, we are doing this tomorrow. They don't read. I don't know what happened since COVID. People don't read flyers. They don't read things. Even every single time I do things, everyone's like, oh, did you put that on? I was like, you liked the post that I posted.
But I think
It's like, I didn't get a chance to read it.
I think it's just,
Why are they liking it then?
it's made it just more available to not do.
Yeah.
But those that do, we'll just keep
Exactly.
going. I mean, I love it.
So
I'm
I
too
think
social. I just
keep on
get out.
doing it.
Yeah.
You know, more people.
And it's good. It's good. I mean, you know, people do, you know, so, but on the other side, the lock-ins are a fun.
That's good.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Yeah, I didn't know you did those lock-ins, so that's another thing.
Yeah.
But I also probably haven't talked about it enough recently.
Exactly.
You forget, because I'm so caught up with copying some trend on something I don't know.
And doing what's next that's coming up. Yeah.
You know, but we're all doing our best, aren't we?
You're doing your lives. When are they?
Saturday mornings.
Saturday mornings.
Yeah, so I have to pull myself together on a Saturday morning.
Everyone, you need to go and watch Saturday morning.
Yeah, 9:30 on Instagram and Facebook.
There you go.
So yeah, I just turn up and I don't know what I talk about. I don't prepare. I go swimming actually earlier just to kind of clear my head.
Yeah.
But they're good fun. You know, I used to do them in that's how actually I pulled the business through in COVID. Was doing lives. But in those times, because my kids were really young, I used to get up at 3 a.m. Go to the shop to photograph stock. That I would then I'd come home, get the kids up, watch Peppa Pig or whatever with them, whilst putting the stock that I photographed in the shop on the website, so that I could go back to the shop and do the live at 10 to try and sell some of the stock that I put on to make enough to see the business through the next week. Yeah. So it's not like that.
Isn't it?
It is a lot. And then I drink a whole bottle of gin. So I'm just like, oh God, the piles of clothes, and I trip over hangers, and it was that. But people say that it got them through it. It was their lifeline. And then people used to come up to me in the park and they're like, don't know you. Yeah. And it's on Facebook, and I'm like, oh my God.
Facebook's
not doing this every day. Well, and in the end of the day, you know, when you love what you do, you do. And I don't know what else I'd do now if it didn't work. Like, I think I'm unemployable.
And I think you've done a great job in being able to run this business. So what's next? Is there anything next, or you're just...
I think that I'm just going to enjoy it and just kind of get on top of it better, learn how to make a better living.
I like that.
Because it's taken all this time to consolidate the stock from the closed shops. You know, all the furniture and all the kind of backlog of debt and everything that comes with making people redundant. And, you know, it just sort of doesn't just magic itself. Like, a lot of people go bankrupt and buy their businesses back or whatever they do. But I never did that. Yeah. So I've had to kind of work through all of it. So I think for now, I just want to make what I do better. And then...
Well, Newbury's definitely busier, isn't it, during the week?
Newbury's definitely busier.
Yes,
Northbrook Street. Because, I mean, when I first moved into my big unit, I had all the big shops, Mint Velvet, Debenhams, John Lewis, Jules. I mean, everyone was open. And then within 6 months, they'd all closed.
Yeah. And it went so quiet.
So I was just stuck
Yeah.
on my huge, great, you know, rent, which was fine when everyone was open. Yeah. But... once you've signed, you've signed. So this was really tricky for the last 4 years. But now people are starting to open again.
Yeah, she's brilliant.
So I think I'm just going to, for once, not take on too many other projects. I say that, and I'll probably do something in a minute.
We'll have another conversation with you, like, I've got 2 more shops. Well, you've done amazing, and it's so great seeing somebody pivot, being able to consolidate your businesses and making a great success of it, and also making women feel amazing. You made me feel incredible when I came and tried on, and now I can't think of shopping anywhere else than coming to your shop. So thank you very much for that. Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us on our podcast.
Thanks very much.
Yeah. Before we finish, we're always asking our guests, what are you going to have for dinner? So what are you having for dinner tonight?
So we are having tomato and mozzarella pasta.
Oh, nice. Oh,
yeah.
Great.
So we have it. So we sit with the kids, and so the kids will have the kid-friendly version, and then we'll have chilies on ours.
Love it.
I know, stunning.
Yeah,
delicious.
What are you having, Rhona?
I'm having fish pie tonight.
Oh, do you know I haven't had a fish pie in ages?
Oh,
yeah,
one of my
pie,
favourites. Love fish pie. I had to make one for a client, so I made one for us as well. And it's actually got double cream in it, and so it's not healthy. Smoked haddock.
Yeah, but the fish is fine. That
Fish is fine. The prawns are fine. It's just the cream and the lemony sauce and spinach is in there as well. So yes, with some peas.
Mm.
Yeah, what are you having?
So we're actually having a roast. I like having a roast midweek randomly, and we're having a chicken roast with all the trimmings, including the stuffing, potatoes.
I might have to go up the tomato pasta.
And it's just because we can have one on Sunday, so we're like, yeah, we're just going to have that on a random weekday. So that's what we're having. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And actually, before we finish, where can people find you? Tell us your website and where your shop is.
Yes. So Luna UK, so www.lunauk.co.uk. Our Instagram _Luna_UK. And we are Northbrook Street opposite Metro Bank. So on the corner of Parkway, a big glass corner unit.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for joining. Bye. And for those that are watching and listening, thank you so much.